It's October 1988, somewhere in the mountains in some state in the United States of America. September, the month before, the Space Shuttle Discovery was launched on the STS-26 mission 2.5 years after the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster. You are 5 years postgraduate of your state college and your chosen career. You've sporadically kept up with a few of your college friends, but an idea was proposed to have a weekend camping excursion in the mountains and catch up on how life has been for you these 5 years and what you've been doing and what career you have pursued. You're arriving on the first day. Seems to go very great, we hope. You turn in that evening, sleeping peacefully, when what appears to be and sounds like a loud explosion awakens you all sometime in the late night, early morning hours. All those grand dreams are interrupted in the darkest part of the night. But we're here. Maybe post-grad life has been great. You're driving one of those new VW Cabriolet convertibles, or maybe not. And the doctor just started you on a new depression drug named as Prozac. Mike, if you'll tell me about who you're playing and what you've been doing these past 5 years after college.
I'm playing Eric Kwan. Eric was an engineering student, really threw himself into engineering. Also enjoyed rock climbing and that. Then his grandfather got cancer. And in talking with his grandfather said, you need to do something that you really enjoy. And he really enjoyed climbing. And during college, he had worked washing windows in free climbing buildings then. And so he continued washing windows and built a small empire of free climbing and rope climbing window washers. So his small empire of radiant window washers. He's still happily single, and although he was quite athletic, his body has gone a little bit because he's spending a few more hours in his office and less actually climbing in that. And that's pretty much Eric in a nutshell. And being a hard sleeper, he'll probably wake up groggily and just kind of look around and say, did anybody else hear that?
All right, sounds good for Eric. Daniel, if you're talking about who you're playing and what they've been up to these past 5 years as you're meeting your old college mates here.
So I'm playing Kelly Jazz. She is the heiress to the Jazzercise. So during college, about 5 years ago, Jazzercise was all the hot thing. And, she was everybody's friend, rich, nice car, nice clothes. But ever since this new step aerobics thing has been taking off, Jazzercise has been kind of dropping. And it's on her now as the heiress to come up with the next great thing. So she's been working on these new jump rope exercises and kind of traveling the world, kind of spoiled a bit. And she just thought it would be neat to relive her past and hang out with the old group, most of which she probably just copied off their papers to pass the classes.
All right. Sounds good. Nikki, who are you going to be playing and what they've been up to these past 5 years?
I am playing Rick. Rick started out in college as a journalism major and tried to break into various hard news TV gigs, but found that he was just too pretty for that. So he decided to go become an MTV VJ as it was new and all the rage. So he has become a VJ, introducing all of the latest new music videos and whatnot, eyeing Kurt Loder's job, of course, eventually. And he wakes up and he's disoriented and he just says, oh man, that dream, it made me so emotional.
All right, perfect. And Crystal, who are you going to be playing? What have they been up to these past 5 years?
you guys all remember back in college, your really geeky friend, Stanley, who used to love playing Dungeons and Dragons all the time. If they weren't playing Dungeons and Dragons, they were doing something on the computer. It was actually pretty hard to find them and send them an invitation to this little camping excursion. You finally found that, seeing that they were working in an IT uh, plant uh, up north somewhere. So the last person to arrive, and maybe you weren't even thinking they were going to arrive, as there's a knock at the door, and the door opens. You see uh, Stanley, who says, "Hey everyone, sorry I'm late. By the way, do you think it'd be too much trouble if you would call me Stacy?" And that is Stacy, who wakes up hearing this noise and just kind of starts to listen.
Yep, and 5 years prior, you were in 1983. You'd been playing probably the Mensa edition of D&D, I would think. But yep, you all wake up in the middle of the night. The first day went well as you kind of caught up with each other. You all want to get a peaceful night of rest as you do, and start the second day. But yeah, you all awake and you adjust to the cabin, and it's dark, very dark. So you know it's still late night or early morning as you hear what you would think would have been some type of loud explosion.
Stacy.
Was that? Go ahead. Go ahead, Crystal.
I was just gonna say, Stacy probably takes a moment to reconnect to her bedstand where she set her flashlight, and she flips it on to just kind of look around the room for a second, see if she can hear anyone else moving around in the house.
Yeah, so Kelly fell asleep on the couch after maybe consuming a little bit too much Zima, and she wakes up and she thinks, "Hold on, is it the 4th of July? Why are there fireworks going on? And is there any more Zima?"
I think you drank all the Zima, Kelly.
Oh man, maybe there's some wine coolers.
Some Seagrams.
Yeah.
But it's way past the 4th, so I have no idea what that was, that noise.
Eric will come out of the room and go, "Did you guys hear that? I mean, did we have a grill explode or something? Did you guys turn the gas off on the grill?"
Oh, are you supposed to turn the gas off on that? I don't normally cook my own food.
Oh crap! And I'll go check, and Eric will go take a step outside and kind of look around, survey what's going on out there.
When you walk outside, Eric, the very first thing you notice is you look in the sky and you can see earlier before y'all went to bed, there was quite a bit of stars in the sky that maybe some of you were watching or sitting out there drinking your Zimas and Seagrams. But you look up in the sky and you see it's dark now, except you look and every once in a while you see a flash of red go by, and you would know what appears to be maybe like a meteor shower, because all these objects are just kind of shooting by across the sky now, but you actually don't see the stars anymore, maybe because of the clouds, who knows?
Hey guys, there seems to be some sort of meteor storm. Pretty cool, bunch of red ones. I mean, what is that?
Cool.
Is that iron? Is that what that is?
Wasn't another shuttle explosion, was it? We all remember what happened 2 years ago.
Yeah, no, this isn't shuttles. This is clearly, yeah, clearly meteors.
Oh, wow, that's so cool. Let me get my Polaroid. I'll take a picture.
Yeah. Doesn't look like the grill blew up though, so I guess we're okay there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, Kelly, are you going outside? Anybody else going outside to see this?
Yeah, Rick would go
Yeah,
outside.
I'm going up. Yeah, I get my Polaroid camera and I'm going to go out.
What about Stacy?
Yeah, Stacey probably comes out hearing everyone else is up and straying around. She's wearing PJs that have like cute little unicorns and stars on them, and she'll go outside as well.
Yeah, you all go out and start taking notice of what Eric says. You know, every once in a while you see a flash of red go by in the night sky and know that it's meteors. But all of a sudden, Rick, you hear a loud noise in the sky, and you look up first, Rick. You notice it first, and you see a streak coming across the sky that is a meteor, but it appears very close. I mean, you think it's going to hit pretty close to the cabin area, but as it streaks by, I mean, you see the huge size and shape of it, and you see it continue on past the forested area of the cabin of where you're at, and as it seems to appear to crash somewhere into the forested area. And then all of a sudden, all of you see the bright red of the explosion of where it impacted it.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That was crazy.
Let's check that out.
A piece of the heavens. I mean, I guess they say heaven is a place on earth.
They do say that.
I've heard that too.
We can get over there. Let's get in my Jeep Wrangler.
Stacy,
right.
I'm going to send you a message real quick.
Guys, what class was Stacy in again? She looks so familiar.
Oh, it's Stan. Stan Stacy now.
Oh, that makes sense. Gotta ask her where she got those pajamas.
Oh, there's this little vendor out in the desert.
In the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have like a mail order catalog with an 800 number?
Maybe. I could look it up online later. Could I look it up online later?
Online?
You
What
mean
is
like a
that?
clothesline? Like you're gonna hang the pajamas on a clothesline?
Something like that, yeah.
Maybe she means she's gonna call the long distance operator.
Oh yes. God.
We got phone service up here?
I don't know. That's unusual for a cabin.
Hey guys, my watch, it's actually stuck at 4:36, like on the dot. She shows her like cool digital watch that I'm sure that was around in the late 80s.
Oh, wow. Huh. Oh, I don't use those digital watches. They say that the government can read your mind through them. I'll stick with a regular Rolex over here. It winds itself.
Well,
Analog's the way to go.
Is yours still
Definitely.
I don't know.
Kelly, you look down at your watch, your Rolex. It has stopped moving the hands, and it is stuck at 4:36 a.m. As soon as you notice it stopped, pretty much as soon as that object passed your area.
Oh, mine's also stopped. Man.
You're stopped too?
Yeah, $8,000 for a watch and $1,000 a year to upkeep it. You think it would work?
Oh,
she just throws it on the ground.
Got to be like an EMP or something.
You mean like the people that help you when you get hurt? They ride in ambulances and EMP?
No. Like when the nukes go off, there's an electromagnetic blast that goes with it. I mean, I wonder if something like that happened.
I've got to say that I'm very surprised that you know about that, Eric.
What about EMPs? About nukes?
about EMPs. Yes.
Everybody knows about
It's
nukes.
all over the. I mean,
Yeah.
Reagan's
No, I
talking
mean,
about
I'm
Star
surprised.
Wars.
The electric thing is what I'm talking about. I'm surprised you knew about that.
Oh,
And the
well, I
Russians,
used to
you
be an
know,
engineer.
We all
No.
remember what happened in, Chernobyl.
that's right.
Hmm.
Do we?
Yeah, we would.
Okay.
Yeah, the 80s are just one big blur to me. So.
Exactly. I'm like, hold on.
I wasn't even around in the 80s. That's 2 years. This is 2 years before I was born. So
Well, maybe have you guys ever that meteor, the thing that fell from the sky? Do you guys remember that movie just a couple years ago, with Michael J. Fox? They had that car, the DeLorean. Maybe it's a time traveling thing.
Oh, those
What,
are nice
back in
cars.
time? Or was it? No, it was Life
Back to the
Force. Do you
Future.
remember Life Force?
Back to the Future, guys. And Stacy like pushes her glasses up on her nose.
Yeah, Back to the Future. That's what it
Oh,
was.
yeah. Yeah, I like family ties.
As y'all are sitting there visiting, and you look at the area where this object is apparently crashed into the forest or the hillside over there, you look in that direction and you see just a huge red, probably flame of fire that is started there where it landed. And then everything is dark. The sky is dark. You still see some meteors passing by every once in a while, but they've slowed down quite a bit since Eric first saw them. But
Is the forest on fire?
Oh, I hope not.
Maybe we should drive out there and make sure it's not. Because if it is, we should probably go tell our ranger.
Yeah, wasn't there just a big fire in Yellowstone?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that could be.
All right. Yeah, let's get in my Jeep. I say mostly drunk.
If it's okay with you, I'll drive. I didn't have much to drink. I mean, not that
Do
I'm
you know how to
saying-
drive?
Yeah,
I've never seen you drive anything before except for a computer. This is a Jeep Wrangler. It takes a certain kind of person to drive one of these.
What about Eric? Eric, can you drive a Jeep Wrangler?
What? I could drive a Jeep Wrangler. Yeah.
Yeah, let Eric drive.
Okay.
Not
All right,
not
so
that I
she-
don't trust you, Kelly.
She tosses you her key ring that has like about 80,000 keys on it and like like four rabbit's feet. And then she points over and there's a bright pink Jeep Wrangler.
Rick
Okay.
says, I think Kelly wants us to get out of her dreams and into her car.
Oh,
Wow. And that was the one.
I was just gonna say with that bright pink car, it looks like she's living in a Barbie doll world.
oh.
Oh, that's a good idea for a song in about 6 years.
I'll start thumbing through all the keys to see if I can even come up with the Jeep key.
Yep, you find the Jeep key, Eric, and you get into the Jeep. You put the key in the ignition. You turn the key. The battery is completely dead. You just
You know it's
Completely
the
dead?
Jeep. You know it's the Jeep key because it's bright pink.
Try it
It
again.
Oh.
should have been the
Are you
dead
sure?
giveaway.
Are you sure you know how to drive this, Eric?
Yeah, I'm not getting juiced to anything.
Juice, like steroids.
No. I mean, it's not turning over. I mean, we're not getting
Oh.
a pop.
Check the engine. You're an engineer, right?
He studied engineering in college.
No, an engineer is the person that drives the train.
Wow.
Well,
Bartles and James strictly for you from here on out.
when I have computers, I usually like shut the windows down and then turn them back on again. So let's try that.
Okay. I'll try her again.
Yeah, same deal. You do all that, just the dead drone of what you would know probably would be a dead battery.
Yeah, maybe. Is this a manual, Kelly?
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. You don't get an automatic Jeep.
Okay. Well, then, everybody push. We'll get this thing. We'll boost this thing. It's got to start
Uh,
somehow.
okay. All right.
I mean, unless
Go.
you want to pop the clutch. I mean, I don't mind pushing.
Yeah. I mean, I look at Rick and Stacy and then myself, and I'm like, I'm not sure we're gonna be able to push it very far.
Mm-hmm.
Rick, I just sent you a message.
We don't have to get it going that fast. We just need to be able to pop the clutch and see if we can get a spark going.
Well,
I thought they said it
guys,
has to go
wait,
88 miles an hour.
wait. And you guys see Rick turn around and he's like, I heard something, and he sees and he points, and there's a bunch of small forest animals like running towards us, looking like they're in a big hurry.
Oh, cute.
Stacy screams and like ducks down.
Are most of these animals only awake during the day? What are they doing now?
It's like a
do you
Bambi
mean?
nightmare.
Okay, I'm in my pajamas now. All right. So, like, no, don't animals run around at night? That's like what they do, right?
No, this is like that scene out of Bambi. I mean, it's got to be a fire or something, right?
Oh,
Yeah, it's got to be a
yeah.
fire.
Oh man, we're gonna have to go down to the nearest phone.
Do you guys
Unless you can-
think?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Unless you can reach the satellites with that big computer thing you got there.
I mean, I can't dial in from here.
Dial in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't think we're gonna have time to push the car. If the fire's coming this way, we might have to run. In your pajamas, Kelly.
Yeah, but what does dialing in have to do with the computer? I'm confused.
I just hope none of these animals have hungry eyes.
Oh wow.
Rick, you look back the way where these animals come from.
Rick is
And,
the first to die.
You see that the rest of the area out there where that crash happened. I mean, you see the fire in that area. It's starting to dim down some, and you don't think it's spreading.
Oh, okay.
I mean, can we just walk there from here?
I mean, I'm in my bare feet.
Well, get some clothes on.
Yeah, you can always go get dressed.
It's
Yeah,
hot
in
though.
fact, I need to get clothes on as well.
You got feeties on those pajamas.
Well, I mean, of course. I don't want to get them dirty though.
Well, sometimes we all got to get a little dirty. All right. Let's get going. She's going to go put on some shoes.
Just shoes.
Well, I mean, she's already got the rest of her clothes on. When you look like this, Stace, you don't put the clothes on.
Eric, I just sent you a message too of something you noticed when you was in the Jeep.
Stacy will quickly like change into just like, you know, blue jeans and whatnot. T-shirt.
Hey, guys, you know, the clock in the Jeep is also at 4:36.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought you couldn't get the thing to turn over. How'd you look at the clock?
I don't know.
it's analog.
Analog, it wouldn't have been no
Okay.
visual.
Yeah.
I knew that. I was testing you guys to see if you knew.
Huh, huh.
So weird, all these time after time.
Well, wouldn't it be?
Wow.
Wouldn't it be more weird if they were different times?
Is there a grandfather clock in the living room?
In the cabin, though, it's very sparse.
Okay.
Well, Eric will go back and get dressed.
Yeah, I
Well,
go
I
get
mean-
my flashlight. and stuff. Of course, my hairspray and my lighter.
Yeah, I mean, I say we go. Check out this meteor site, and then we come back, and I can run you guys Oriental Adventures when we come back. It was released just a couple of years ago, and it's so good.
Oriental Adventure. I thought you were going to do like Gamma World or something.
Yeah. What?
No, that's okay. If we want to do Oriental Adventures, that's fine.
I mean, I can do whatever. I don't know if I have Gamer World on me though.
Oh man, now I want Chinese food. Damn it.
I mean, we can run the town. Oh yeah, your Wrangler isn't working.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
I'll go over and
Yeah.
check my Ford Escort. Is that dead too?
Yeah, you get into your Ford, same thing. You turn the key and just nothing. Wrong.
Yeah, this my vehicle's dead too.
Well, I mean, I could have told you that when you got here.
Well, it looks like cars are out of the question, so
Do you think
I
that
would
they
like-
deliver pizza out here? I mean, we could order Chinese and have it delivered here. I bet it'll be here by the time we get back from the meteor.
Yeah, if only there was a phone.
right.
Oh, right, no phone. Dang it.
You can do smoke signals. That might help.
You know, I read somewhere the other day that in the future they're gonna have phones that you can just carry with you all the time.
Yeah,
Like-
they have those already.
Star Trek communicators.
They're just
No,
so
like the-
expensive.
Yeah, and you got to charge it up in your car.
Oh yeah,
All right, I'm dressed.
those bricks.
Yep. I don't know. I can't get used to not having a rotary dial. So that's not for me.
Yeah.
Like, how do you dial when it's dark?
True. Stacy will take her flashlight and like, I guess, turn it on, start leading the way. Like, I mean, how dark is it? It's like,
It's dark. I mean, as far as you know, it was 4:36 in the morning when y'all went outside and when this happened, and it's probably about 5 a.m. now.
I mean, the sun should be coming up soon, I would think.
Yeah, you would know probably about 6:30 or so, probably another hour and a half.
Yeah.
So yeah,
This is
Stacey has
exciting.
her flashlight. She'll lead the way then. It's like going
this-
on an actual adventure.
This is just like Friday the 13th, part 4.
Hmm.
I hate that series. Just
Yeah,
hated
but
it.
Kevin Bacon. Oh,
Do you remember when you jumped out at me from that dorm room with that butcher knife? It scared the crap out of me.
yeah.
All right, everybody's dressed and going to follow Stacy with her D-cell flashlight.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right, Stacy, you start that way. You all notice now that the meteor shower is pretty much faded out of existence, and the sky is just pretty much solid pitch black now. You can still see the red, though, of burning out of the fire where this meteor has crashed, though. And you go for quite a while. I mean, you follow. It's pretty easy travel. I mean, it's not thick. You all hear the noises again, and you see it's like a bunch of group of small forest animals that are running. They run past you. They run past and around, and it seems like they're just all running in a hurry to get away from something or somewhere as they're moving that way. But you're getting closer and closer to the crash site, you think.
That's weird that the animals are running away. Do you think we
Really
should take that
weird.
as a sign?
Well, if the fire is dying down, then yeah, I don't know what they're running away from.
Well, they're not so smart. Maybe they can smell it still.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or
Maybe
it
it's
could
the
be
radiation.
Jason.
No, not Jason. Do you remember Gilligan's Island when they had that meteor come down on the island, and then the professor put like a Geiger counter on top. I wonder if there's like radiation coming off from it or something.
Yeah.
Ooh,
that
maybe it's like
professor,
the blob.
I didn't even think about
Ooh.
that. I mean, it passed close enough to like damage the electronics, right? So
Yeah, I mean,
pretty scary. What if we get out there though, and it happens to actually be aliens?
no.
I mean, come on, it's possible, right? There's like so many like planets. There's got to be other life in the universe somewhere.
Come on. Didn't you watch Cosmos? I mean, Carl Sagan said it. I mean, what are our chances? 1 in 12 billion? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like Carl Sagan knows his stuff.
true.
But it could be a killer tomato.
Could be a killer tomato. Ooh, or it could be that monster from that movie, The Thing. Maybe all of you are aliens right now.
Oh man.
That you kind of askance.
I mean, I'm kind of not an alien though. You can tell that.
I mean, how would you know? How would you know what aliens look like? Maybe we're all aliens and we don't even
Listen,
know it.
if I was an alien, I would not look like this.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have a light source besides Stacy?
Yeah, I have a flashlight.
All right, perfect.
Well, we're lucky that that the electrical interference knocked out everything except for our flashlights.
Well, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Did you have it in a Faraday cage?
How do you guys know about these like really obscure?
I told you
like-
I have a thing for Carl Sagan.
Dude,
And I
Listen, I have 6
watch
different majors.
Cosmos.
No, I just happened to take the batteries out before I went to bed. I do that every night for some reason.
I'm not sure that would work. I think you still need a Faraday cage. It was probably the screen windows. Did you have it on the screen porch? Because that could work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that was
was
probably
right.
what it was.
Probably.
Eric, you mentioned the Geiger counter and the radiation and stuff like that, maybe from this object that has fell out of the sky. And you hear a noise coming, a very loud noise coming through the brush and everything from the area where these forest animals have run through. But this sounds like much larger. As you do that, you see this large bear burst through. However, its eyes are red and part of its skin is like just falling off, and it's got these green like boils and pus pockets all over its body. And Eric, roll initiative for us.
That is a 5.
All right.
Nice.
It had a 4, so it's probably about 25 feet from you as it's burst through, and it's just standing there, looking at its surroundings, looking your way and all around.
Don't move.
Remember bear spray?
Don't move. Don't move. Remember,
I don't have bear spray, but I have hairspray.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
if you don't move, I think it can't see you, right?
No, I think if you run downhill, it can't catch you. Because their front legs are shorter.
Okay, I'm running.
That is downhill.
I think you're
Me
supposed to
too.
play dead. Aren't you supposed to play dead?
I'm not playing dead with that thing.
I am also running.
All right,
would
Eric
also
and Kelly are running.
Yeah, Stacy's gonna run with them.
Yeah, if everyone else is running.
Oh, thank God I put shoes on.
Stacy says, "I don't have to be faster than the bear. I just have to be faster than you guys."
Huh. You all take
Well,
off running, kind of back the path you come, I guess. I don't know, you run 50 feet, 60 feet, we'll say. It's quiet. You don't hear the rumbling or the loud noise breaking down the path behind you.
Oh,
What
well, it probably
was
realized
that?
we didn't. It was a
Yeah.
bear.
Yeah, You know, it might have been hit with radiation, like you said.
Yeah, that was no bear.
I mean, it was very close to dead, I have to say.
I mean, I've never seen a bear before in person. How do you know they don't just look like that?
I mean, you got me there.
What all
Haven't you
magic?
ever seen a picture of a bear though? I mean, that one
Yeah.
looks pretty diseased.
Dude,
I
National
have.
Geographic, PBS, watch something.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen bears before. I've been to the zoo. They're bears in the zoo. They don't look like that.
Really? That seems like a pretty lame zoo.
They're like polar bears, but same thing, right?
I guess.
Okay.
Except polar bears are white. Point is, they didn't look like that.
Did anybody bring any firearms or anything?
Oh yes,
Uh,
I just happened to bring that with my Dungeons and Dragons dice.
I'm just asking. I mean, we got what? This half crazed bear out here. I mean, who knows what else could be out here?
I mean, it is normally those types that play Dungeons and Dragons that worship devils and have weapons.
True.
You don't have a sword or something?
Not on me. I happen to have one in my apartment, but it's just for decoration, I swear.
Yeah, yeah. I have this. And she takes out a pack of cigarettes and starts smoking. I mean, animals are afraid of fire. So if we all smoke, she starts passing out cigarettes.
Oh my God.
Stacey tries to like take a drag of a cigarette and just starts coughing.
It's so funny, you know, a couple drags of a cigarette before I do my exercise really gives me some extra energy. It's great.
Tony, do we hear the bear at all?
Yeah, so smooth.
No, you do not. The bear did not follow you back down the path.
Oh.
And you do
I
not
say we
hear
go
it.
back then.
Towards the bear?
Well, not towards the bear, towards the potential aliens. Think about it, because I got my Polaroid camera here.
I mean,
No
we,
aliens.
you gotta think. Neil Armstrong was the first to step foot on the moon, but we could be the first to make contact with aliens.
No aliens. Come on, guys. No aliens.
Well, it might be the Russians, though. Maybe they're trying to invade.
Ooh, we could find a cosmonaut.
Oh, like Wolverines? What was that? What was that movie?
Red Dawn,
Wolverines,
exactly.
Red Dawn. Yeah. What
Yeah.
was it? Yeah. So the Cubans and the Russians, they're invading us. Come
It
on.
could be.
Well, then maybe we can stop an invasion. I mean, then that would be
I mean,
eras.
Okay, you guys have been drinking way too much. If you think that it's aliens and Russians.
I'm just saying that after rolling that nat 20 tonight, I'm feeling pretty confident.
Yeah, this isn't.
hold on, though. Did you not see Rocky 4?
No, I don't like the Rocky movies. I keep telling you that.
Well, if you watch Rocky 4, you would know that the Russians are trying to take over everywhere.
That's true.
Well, yep.
Yeah, and they have all sorts of weird experiments and stuff going on. So
Yeah, they give their boxers steroids, where Rocky trains the natural way
and
and
that's
still
why
wins
we'll
in the
win.
end.
Yeah,
That's
right.
because Kelly trains the natural way.
don't
So we
get me
have
going
our
on Uncle
fire.
Ronnie right now. So let's I thought we agreed we're not talking politics and we're not talking religion, right? That was something that we kind of agreed. If we were doing this trip, no politics, no religion.
I'm only saying that Kelly's the fighter and I'm the mage.
You're
That's all
saying
I'm
that Russians are invading. There's no Russians invading. There's no aliens invading.
Are you sure about that?
I think Eric is the cleric.
I'm pretty sure.
There's really only one way to know, and that's to investigate.
Let's investigate.
Stacy, you just got a message.
Rick
Hold on,
looks
are
at
there
Eric
even
and-
clerics? Are there even clerics in Oriental Adventures?
There's something like clerics in Oriental Adventures, but not like cleric. Hey guys, my watch. Look at my watch has actually changed. It actually reads 6:17 a.m. now.
What?
Yeah, see?
Oh,
Well, we should check the Jeep and the Escort.
Yeah.
See what theirs are at.
And maybe
You
they're
would
working
know.
again.
You
And
would
then we can
know
get
probably
Chinese.
as much as you've traveled going towards this thing that you will probably be quite a ways from the cabin now.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're kind of far. Why don't we check this out first?
Yeah.
Because you can't drive a car over here anyways.
Sure.
Okay. You guys aren't worried about the radiation, right? I mean, that was a pretty ugly bear.
But I just want to make sure that once we get back to the car, we are going to go get Chinese, right? It's still the plan?
We'll get Chinese. We'll get
Nice.
Chinese
Nice.
or
We don't know.
Domino's.
Was the radiation that hurt the bear? Maybe he just, had the mange,
Yeah, maybe. he's-
Yeah. The mange, like in
The
Cujo.
mange?
like in Cujo.
My God.
Like he was such
Okay.
a nice dog.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go find ET, guys.
When
Is
Stacy
ET
mentions that about her watch being 6:17 a.m., all of you probably think at the same time. And if it's really that time, the sun should be rising very soon. But you look to the sky, and all the sky is still very, very dark.
Yeah. I mean, I might be confused because I'm not normally up this early, but should be brighter.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
it's probably because we're in the woods, right? I mean, it's just the trees are blocking the sun.
Could be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, let's just
I mean,
let's go find the meteor. That's what I'm interested in right now.
Okay.
I want to meet these aliens, and I want.
I'm not going to get that close to it. If everybody, I just want that up front.
Okay, fair enough. You
You
don't
would
want
think
I mean,
dawn
if
would be
you're-
coming.
you don't want infinite
I mean, if-
lasting glory for being the first to talk to an alien species. That's fair.
I guess he's just afraid.
Well, yeah, I don't feel like being irradiated to death.
Stacy's
Can
gonna
you really be
continue towards
irradiated to
the,
death? That doesn't seem that doesn't seem accurate.
Stacy's going to continue towards the meteor.
Yeah, you continue walking for some ways.
How were we ever friends?
I mean,
You get there.
5 years changes you.
You weren't so uptight in college, Eric.
Your group gets pretty close. You start seeing how the landscape has changed. You can see a lot of the tops of the trees have been sheared off, and like the ground has got like a depression into it where something is like skidded across through the ground and through the forest. You can see where the burn trail is. It's just kind of a little smoky now. You look down at your watch, Stacy, when you do, and that is the time you see on it. But as y'all come out in this area, this is what you see. You see how it's been burned and the ground has been dug up. And you see a very large object dug halfway into the side of the hill there.
Yes,
Man.
I knew it was aliens. Come on. Maybe one of them's still alive.
No, that's like a Russian spy plane.
Yeah, or it's the Star Wars thing that Reagan's been talking about.
Yeah.
Millennium
Or
Falcon?
It's the no, not that Star Wars. I mean the platforms. It's probably a missile platform or something.
ooh, maybe.
Well, I mean, I know I want to go to space, so I'm going to see if I can get this thing to fly.
Okay.
Rick says, "Oh, Stacy, sweet child of mine. I don't know if that's a very good idea."
I mean, Stacy is like going to approach like somewhat confidently. And she does look at her watch and looks at the sky. She's like, honestly, I think it should be getting lighter by now. Like, it's nearly 7.
Hold
Okay.
on.
Almost 7.
You
7
know what?
a.m.
Wow, he
Right.
walks slow.
Yeah.
Kelly's gonna take out her Polaroid, take a picture, and then she's gonna look at it and she's gonna go, that looks like one of those kids' toys, the Transformers. Do you think this is some kind of a marketing ploy by Hasbro?
I've never thought about that before. But
A
it could,
marketing ploy with nobody
like maybe it's-
around. Where are the cameras? Where are the people?
Well, I didn't say it was a successful marketing ploy. I'm just saying a marketing ploy.
Stacy's like shining her light into like the cockpit of this thing. Does she see anything inside?
Yeah, in the front of that area there, it's very not glassed over, but kind of a film over where you cannot see in it. But you see on the other side appears to be some kind of like small doorway or a small hatch.
Stacy is gonna kind of like tap on the window a little bit. She's gonna say, "Hello, I'm Stacy. I come in peace. Do you think they can understand English?"
Of course,
I mean, not
everybody
if-
speaks English.
I think even if they're Russian, they would know English.
Yeah.
Do we
And,
feel anything weird, Tony? Like radiation can cause, I know it can cause strange feelings. Anything weird happening?
No, you do not. You
Okay.
don't, I mean, just besides being probably nervous and stuff, but no, you don't feel anything out of the ordinary, really.
Okay. Sorry. Go
Uh,
ahead.
I heard that the Russians learn English by watching reruns of The Jeffersons.
Really?
Yep. I mean, think about it.
Stacy's gonna reach over to that cockpit. She's like kind of careful. She like kind of like touches it quickly and like making sure it's not hot or something.
It's very cool to the touch.
Oh wow, it's much colder than I thought it would be.
Well, it crashed like 2 hours ago.
Yes. And she's gonna see if she can find a way to like open that hatch or something.
You go around to the hatch doorway. You see what appears to be some type of weird looking keypad on it. It doesn't really have numbers. It's got all this weird designs and weird runic looking stuff on it.
Am I carrying my laptop?
Do what now?
Am I carrying my laptop?
I don't know. Would you have cured it all the way out through that?
Guess not. She says, "Oh, there's a keypad. If I could have my laptop, I bet I could like plug it in and interface with it." She's
Okay,
just
Dick
gonna,
Tracy. I don't think you need to do that. And I'm just going to walk up and try to smash it with a rock.
There you go.
Be careful. This is like alien technology or Russian. Either way, this is like valuable.
No,
Yeah,
but
Kelly,
listen.
you walk up
Yeah.
there, and as soon as you hit it with a rock, the door kind of like you can hear air escape as the door slides open. You look in, you see two figures in there. You see one of them
Oh,
that
God.
is like the whole front of his chest is like covered in this red matter as he's kind of slumped over a chair. And you see the other one turn real and look with these red eyes. It doesn't appear to be injured or hurt. Maybe the other one is hurt or something, but the other one is looking directly towards all of you now.
Hi, I'm Stacy. She's pointing to herself. We mean you no harm.
It looks at you, and you see it reach down with these clawy looking hands, and it starts punching something on its wrist. Like you, Stacy, would know it appears to be some type of keypad or something. And it's punching all these figures in it. It looks back up at you, and then all of you hear in perfect English, you hear, "Darkness is here."
Oh my God. Do you guys see that little key thing it has on its wrist? Can you tell me about the keypad?
It's punching stuff in on its wrist again, and it looks up at you, and darkness is here.
Yeah, it said that already.
Maybe that's his name. Darkness.
Hello, darkness.
My old friend. Sorry.
Ah,
Thank
Wow. High five.
Oh,
That right there is a high five moment.
yeah.
So I say, listen, they're Russian, clearly. Comrade. Comrade.
It starts walking. You can see once it stands its full height, it's kind of slunched over, but it starts moving towards the entrance of the doorway. And you can see this thing's, a good, probably 6.5, 7 foot tall if it stands all the way up. And it comes to the ward where the doorway is slid open. As you're standing there, Kelly, it reaches out with one clawed hand and grabs you around the throat.
Oh.
Kelly, roll initiative.
Darkness.
Oh,
That is not very fun.
3.
Oh, wow, they had a 3 also.
Oh
Oh
no.
God.
Oh, no. Well, that's also not good.
The bear shows up.
Why wouldn't it?
What would y'all like to do? Is you see this thing reach out and just claw. It got hold of Kelly and starting to lift her up off of the ground.
Well, since I have a rock in my hand, I'm gonna try to smash it in the head.
All right.
Not with a 3, I'm not.
Stacy in a panic says, Darkness, no, that's not how we greet people. And she tries to like push Darkness away.
You're going to try
Eric.
to just push them back?
Yeah.
Ooh, make a roll, but it's going to be, I'm going to give it a -2 because this thing's big and heavy.
All right, cool. 7. No, like I'm just like, oh my God, it's like, that's like chest of granite.
Hello, guys.
Yeah. Can I try to, it has a mask on, obviously, but I'm going to try to hairspray it in the eyes anyway.
Yeah, you can try to hairspray it in his red eyes.
Oh, Darkness, it could have been so beautiful. Oh, I hate myself. I'm 17.
You're going to spray it with some hairspray? Sure.
Yep, I'm trying.
Roll some damage. I'm going to probably have another effect on it, but just roll some damage. Yeah.
Okay. Just the regular, like, Hateful plays 40-10 stuff?
Yep.
Okay. It's hairspray, so it wasn't. Oh, not very well. 16.
All right. You see the red start kind of fiddling in and out, like it's going in and out to dark and back and forth as you've done this. Eric, did you want to do anything?
Eric's just trying to make sense of this. After being thoroughly convinced that there's no aliens, it's pretty convincing that something is alien here. So his brain's just trying to wrap around it.
All right. We will go to them then. You still see the other one slumped over its seat with all the red matter on the front of its uniform, or whatever you want to call it. It's still sitting there. The one that has hold of you, Kelly, it's not gripping you, trying to choke you, but it has you held up and just takes you and it's going to just launch and throw you away from the front of the ship. And that is going to hit. You're going to take 9 points of damage as it just throws you back and probably hit some rocks or something.
Can I DR to like land and not get
Yeah,
hurt?
you can. To land, if
Okay,
you make a
try.
DR, be half, so 4.
Okay, yeah, I made it. So 4. Okay, good. So I'm not dead.
And
Wrong place.
Eric, initiative again for the next round.
Another 5.
All right. Y'all's group is up first.
So I'm like outside now on the ground, right?
Yeah, it probably threw you a good 20, 30 feet away from the rest of them.
Okay. I am going to run. And I'm going to say, run, guys.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start running.
If it let go of Kelly, Rick would run too. I mean, he's hairspray in the face and run.
All right, Rick's running.
Yeah, Eric was going to
Stacy?
check on Kelly, but if she's running,
Jesus, run.
then Eric is running.
We're the scared place.
What about Stacy?
Stacy will like back off a little bit, but she's not like ready to run yet. Like she's like, like wait, please, I don't know. She's trying to talk to it, I guess.
All right. The as you're running Kelly first, you're a little bit ahead of the rest of them. The wandering monster that came up a moment ago appears, and you see charging down out of the rocks and the hills is the bear headed straight towards you.
Of course it is.
Oh,
And it is going to try to just leap and run and bite into you. And with an 18, it will. So make a DR.
Nope. 9.
Let's see, 6, 10, 13, 19 damage as it just leaps into you with these claws
Oh, wow.
and biting you.
I am not dead, surprisingly. Luckily, you. I am very close to being dead, but I am not.
We go to
Wow.
the alien guys that had a 1. It is looking towards you, Stacy, and it's punching the deal in on its keypad again, on its wrist, and it looks up and it goes in English, it goes, "This planet is not salvageable. Darkness falls forever." And you see it reaching on the other side of the other arm to a deal, and it's like a panel opens up, and you see all these red numbers and red lines running across there. And it starts punching you some stuff, and you hear a tick, 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 tick. And we're up to the next round. Stacy, I'll let you roll initiative for the next round for us.
Okay. 5.
All right. The bear had a 5 too.
No.
Let me roll for something else. Nope, nothing else happens. Your group gets to go first.
All right. Stacy starts hearing that tick. She's pretty sure she knows what that means, so she's just gonna start running away.
All right. We turn around to the other group. Rick, you and Eric see this huge mutated radioactive bear, whatever it is, has got hold of Kelly.
Is there, I suppose I could pick up a rock and try to bash it?
Yeah, you can find something on the ground, a rock, or probably, there's probably broken off limbs that have got sharp points to them or something. Or
Okay, I'll try that, because I got to do it. I'll have to yell, "Kelly, no, I'm never going to give you up." Can't help it, Ooh, that's a 15. My plus 1.
Yep. Let's see. Nope, it misses its DR.
Okay, so sharp stick. Try to get it, wound it, make it let go of Kelly, or at least turn away from her. 19.
19 points of damage?
Yep.
You see the bear let go of Kelly, just drops Kelly, and it lets out a dying growl as it goes to the ground, but it's still barely moving.
Barely.
Barely moving.
I'm gonna hairspray. I'm gonna hairspray fire it. I'm gonna pull up my hairspray, and I'm gonna grab my lighter, and I'm gonna fire this thing with the hairspray.
All right.
Ooh, that's 17.
Yep. And it fails its DR.
All right. We're gonna light this bear up. Shitty damage though. 14.
Oh yeah, it had 1 HP left, so you definitely light it up.
So I'm gonna say, I usually prefer to smoke camels, but I guess bears will do tonight. And then
oh.
well, it's the 80s. I have to have a catchphrase when I kill something.
Eric, what are you doing?
He was going to give the bear a good kick in what was left of his ribs, but seeing that it just goes up in flames right now, he will stop.
All right. Stacy, you're probably caught up with them by now. I mean, they were a little bit ahead of you, and you see all this go down. Anything you'd like to do?
As
say?
she's running, she's gonna keep running, and she's just gonna say "run," and she's just gonna run past them and keep going.
Oh yeah.
Yep. You keep running. The alien had a 4. You heard what it said, Stacy.
Yeah.
And as you heard that, do what?
Oh, I thought we were doing initiative.
No, it's its turn.
Oh, okay, sorry.
do what it's going to do. And that's not going to be good at all, what it's doing. It
Ugh.
finishes a sequence on its arm, and all of you hear of the explosion and the flames come up all around of you as you're still within the radius of what it's just done. And everyone takes 59 points of damage, unless you make a DR. And
Oh,
you
make
would
it
take,
DR? Here we go.
you would
Woohoo.
take 29, I guess.
DR.
I made the
Yes.
DR.
I
But since I
made
only
the
have
DR.
4, oh, you might actually survive then, because I only had 4 hit points left, so I died.
Yeah,
It
I
made
got the extra 10 HP. So I like.
Oh,
You said
nice.
how much damage?
Yes.
29.
Did you make your DR? 59 if you did not, and 29 if you passed your DR.
Oh,
All right,
I'm
cool.
so
So I
glad I
have
took
6
the
hit
extra.
points left.
Yes.
Who's still
Oh, there
up? Stacy?
Stacy
And
is
Rick.
still up now.
And Eric is still running.
And Eric's up too. All right. Y'all
Yeah, they
just
all took
leave
the extra hit
Kelly's
points.
body.
With smoldering rags for clothes, but
Yeah, I'm negative 25 hit points, so I'm pretty sure there's not much left of me.
Oh,
Ooh.
I got chunks of Kelly on me.
Let's see,
funny-
Stacy, Rick, and Eric, y'all continue to run. You maybe glance behind you as this loud explosion of this flames have just burned up everything around there. You look and still see that ship there. It's still intact. You do not see the figure standing in the doorway. The doorway is shut. You make it back to the cabin. You look at your watch, Stacy, when you get there, and by now your watch is reading about 8 a.m. The sky is still dark, pitch dark. The sun has never risen. Mike, how's the story going to end for Eric as the darkness has arrived and you do not see the sun again for a long time? And when you do, it only comes up and stays for about 1 hour before it settles back down, and all the monsters and the creatures and the worst monster of all, the humans, start taking over the world. So how's it end for Eric?
It probably ends with Eric running away and being chased down by something. Being his primary defense is flight. Yeah, he will gather together whatever he can, including his climbing hammer, and but does not make it out of the forest without the assistance of Stacy and Rick.
All right. Stacy, how's the world end for you as everything goes to darkness and you see where the sun only comes up 1 hour a day, but all the darkness and the monsters come out during?
Stacy thinks it'd be a good idea to to hold up in the cabin and to just try to maybe survive there, do their best, she probably dies trying to go out for a medication run to get the medication so that she doesn't go back to the way she used to look.
All right. What about Rick as the new world has arrived full of darkness?
well, Rick is very upset. There's no more music videos for him to announce. So he would probably try to go back to where he lives and try to survive as best he can. But he builds a little shrine to the jazzercise heiress Kelly, and in front of it, he burns an eternal flame.
All right. Kelly,
Nice.
make us, let's see if Kelly, how good a girl was she? Did she make her soul roll?
She did. I actually rolled a 20. So, but she's
Alright.
-1 on soul, so 19. So for Kelly, she doesn't actually know what happened. She whipped out her hairspray and her lighter, and she kind of knew, like, people say that you can do this, but your parents are always like, don't do that, you'll blow everything up. So as soon as she did it, the bear started flaming up. All of a sudden, the rest of the world just went just incredibly hot as this alien explosion happened. So she kind of thinks that she did it to herself. But then as she floats above and to a better place where everybody listens to cheesy pop music and exercises, she lives eternity in the heaven that is Jazzercise.
All right. Yep, the story we end this way. Dimness in the stars playing the Hateful place again. You would have noticed, well, of course, y'all would have noticed, but maybe if you live long enough after that to talk to other people or run into other groups of people, there were several different of these large meteors that crashed. It had these ships and these creatures on there that were set there to evaluate the areas. And if they were not satisfied with what they found, they were to activate the total darkness. And that is the new world that come to be because of this. But we go back for just a moment, back to September of 1988, about three and a half weeks before you all had your meeting there in the cabin. We go up into space to where the Discovery is, as the astronauts are on the Discovery. And they're looking at their instruments that morning, and you hear one of them go, "That's weird. I haven't seen these before. That's a weird looking asteroid, don't y'all think?" The rest of them look at it. "Yeah, that is kind of strange. I guess we probably should send a report back to Mission Control." "Yeah, go ahead and see what you can do." That is the end of the Dimness in the stars.